In 1985, people were dying. People were scared to death of becoming ill.
President Reagan never mentioned the word AIDS, and President Bush did virtually nothing.
There was nobody speaking for people with HIV. The AIDS Foundation was created to give a voice to people living with HIV in Chicago.
The services that we had early on were to help people die and to help families cope with death.
The early days were tough, but there was also a groundswell of grassroots response to the epidemic that was exciting.
In 1985, at the beginning of AIDS Foundation, Chicago got the reputation for a city that works when it comes to HIV. We set aside our political differences and we get down to work.
We're here to make sure that people that need AIDS drugs can get AIDS drugs. We're here to make sure that people that need housing, we're here for them.
I have been HIV positive for the past 10 years. I live in Cicero, Illinois. I've been here 6 years, help from the AIDS Foundation. I love my home. My goals are to stay healthy, stay adherent, and to stay housed. And with that, with the AIDS Foundation, I'm doing just that. I'm also the co-facilitator at Project Vita. All the clients that we serve are HIV positive. I wanted to speak out to help other people, to teach them about adherence, to help them stay housed, to stay healthy. There is help out there. You're not alone.
We're here to make sure that people that need access to syringes and clean needles can get them.
Antonio, do we have all the syringes that we need? We got it.
Okay. I've been drug-free 18 years. There was no needle exchange when I was using. I found needles on the streets. I went in shooting galleries and used needles. Blood was still in them. What people don't understand is this is not only about giving out clean needles. It's way more than that. It's about having open arms to people, no matter what they do. Didn't nobody have to enable me. People gonna use anyway, believe me. This van is not an enabler. This van is a lifesaver. When people decide they wanna change, we right here for that too. It don't stop. When I think about the AIDS Foundation, I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude.
The other thing that I think that's so critical to our success is the AIDS Foundation of Chicago for 25 years has invested millions of dollars in our policy and advocacy efforts. Making sure that decisions in Springfield and DC are not made without the AIDS Foundation and our partners at the table.
I have been living with HIV for a little over a year now. And without the AIDS Drug Assistance Program, I would not be able to survive without it. I want to speak out for those that are unable to speak for themselves. When we speak out, our representatives know how we feel and know how to represent us.
I remember in the 80s, I watched my friends die, and I will never, ever forget it.
The face of AIDS in Illinois would be a lot different without the AIDS Foundation. They are the go-to team on AIDS policy in Illinois. I think that that's what makes them so extraordinary, is their ability to come to Springfield with a clear message on what the needs of people living with HIV are.
We want to be part of the solution.
We are a team. We work together. And we have been able to do amazing things in the state of Illinois.
Hey, you guys, we're doing a good job. Yeah, of course, I need my job too. But that's not all it's about. It's about caring. It's about showing some compassion. It's about understanding that people need people. Bottom line.
Not only is the fight against AIDS not over, it's really only just begun and matured so that we know what needs to be done. And we have the tools to take care of people, to give them long life and good quality of life, not just in Chicago, but also in programs that AIDS Foundation is supporting in Zambia, and in Haiti, and in Rwanda, and Nicaragua, and El Salvador. I'm very proud that the AIDS Foundation has taken all of the lessons that it's learned in Chicago and has spread them around the world.
In the decade ahead, I think we have this great potential to expand treatment, expand prevention, to utilize all the medical tools and advances at our disposal.
We need to just keep telling the story and keep bringing new people to the fight and keep the ones that have been engaged in the fight. We have to sing, we have to dance, we have to run marathons, we have to do triathlons, we have to eat chocolate, we have to scream, we have to shout. We have to do all of these things and do them 365 days a year until it's over.
For almost as long as there's been an AIDS epidemic,
The AIDS Foundation of Chicago has been a leading force in the battle to defeat it.
AFC brings focus to the fight,
directing energy and resources and empowering people
to effect meaningful, positive results.
It's a pillar of strength and compassion.
The advocate for people who would otherwise go unheard.
A supporter of programs and services.
A source of hope
For all those affected by HIV and AIDS.